Hi everyone, welcome back. This week I drew a fruit bowl. Well, not a literal fruit bowl, but I drew a bunch of fruit that I would have in my fruit bowl. Actually, I think it's more of a fruit platter. It's like I threw a bunch of uncut fruit and veg onto a chopping board and called it a day. You know what? It doesn't matter. You'll see for yourself. I did these drawings outside and I added a little challenge, a 10-minute time limit. I drew using reference from a mixture of photos that I personally took and some that I found online. I'm doing a voiceover because it was windy outside and I could barely hear my own thoughts. So, for this challenge, I'll do a sketch first, then color in the drawing with these Faber-Castell pencils. Who remembers having these pencils at school? Not me. But I do remember other people having them though. I actually don't know why I have these now. Maybe it's to heal my inner child. Okay, let's go. I'm going to start with the banana first. Do not judge this banana. I promise I did not drop it or smash it. It's been in the fridge for a few days. And it's perfectly fine on the inside. I actually like my bananas soft and looking almost dead like this. This is my face when I bite into a semi-ripe banana. Like, the crunch isn't for me. Does anyone else feel the same? Or just me? I chose the colors that I thought I would need first. I set the timer out of sight. Trust me, it is there. The more I draw, the more I think I'm an experienced beginner. I say that because there's so many concepts about drawing that I still do not understand. It wasn't curvy enough, so I had to erase it a few times. How do people eventually get over perfectionism when it comes to drawing? I think this is why I cannot progress from beginner to intermediate. Now, I have 7 minutes left. See how windy it was? I started with yellow as the base color, just slightly at first. Then I added some brown to define outlines and the bruised spots. I have 3 minutes left. I'm going to draw some freckles on this now. That's 10 minutes. I will probably come back later and add more color, but I think it looks alright for now. So let's go to the next one. The next one is a lime. I took this photo a while back, I think. I planned to draw it above the banana. Initially I was going to draw it on its own paper, but realized putting them on one page would actually save me paper. These are the colored pencils that I plan to use. Let's do this. Once again, the timer is on. How do people draw circles well? I honestly struggle. And it's even worse digitally. I've seen other artists draw circles like this. Does it ever get better? Well, mine is going to be an oval lime. I've drawn a lemon before, but on Procreate, and I struggled with sketching the segments as well. I do not know how other people do this, but I was just winging it at this point. One thing I like about drawing on paper is that I can turn the whole page into different angles and see all the different perspectives better. I don't think this was the right color, but I tried it anyway. We're almost halfway. It is looking alright so far. It just needs more highlights. 1 minute left. And that's time. I don't know. It's hard to get the highlights with this white pencil. I feel like it doesn't do anything, but it looks alright. I'm going to try and do the next one now. Oh, it was so windy. I had to use this to prevent my paper from flying off the face of the earth. I drew a kiwi next. I wasn't sure where to draw. I was a bit nervous that I was going to end up with a tiny kiwi. So I chose this part of the paper. Now, if you look at the kiwi skin, it's quite wrinkly. It's because it had been in my fridge for 2 weeks. Sometimes I wonder how I'm not sick. Okay, sketch done. This was actually a golden kiwi, but I decided to color it green instead.
No.
Only 3 minutes left. Gotta add the seeds. I need to stop being overzealous with coloring, but I was also running out of time here. It low-key looks a bit weird without a shadow. I should have put a shadow. And we're done. Still 30 seconds left on the clock. I think it looks good. I feel like if I kept looking at it for another 10 minutes though, I would have started noticing everything that's wrong with it. Okay, fourth fruit of the day. Yes, a tomato is a fruit. I made a promise to myself to put a shadow on this one. It might make it look better. Who knows? Let's do this. Timer has been started. The space is tiny, but we will see. Please send help. I need to learn how to draw a circle well. The pitch was on an angle, so it was going to challenge my perception of the tomato. It's almost 3 minutes and it was time to start coloring. My plan was to try and do the shadow at the 1 minute mark. Somehow, I do not have a darker red, like a maroon. Maybe I need more colored pencils. Now time for the shadow. That's 10 minutes. Man, the 10 minutes went by so quick. I remember during the time, I did not know how I felt about this drawing, especially the highlights. Looking back at it now, I think this is probably my best drawing on this fruit platter.
Okay.
I ran out of photos from my own gallery, so I went to the web for some inspiration. I found some blueberries to draw. Obviously, the leaves are not really proportional and they look photoshopped, but I didn't have any blueberries in my fridge at that time. I learned from another video that this is called a calyx. Now you also know. This is the darkest blue I have. I think I definitely need to buy more color pencils. Honestly, I feel limited.
No! God, please, no! No!
The timer was going really fast, and I had not started on the leaves. "30 seconds left." That's time. It looks alright, but once again, I didn't get time to put a shadow. Let's move on. One more to go, and then that'll be it for today.
Finally.
The last one is 4 peas in a pod. At this point, it was almost an hour of drawing, and I was starting to get really tired. But I was also enjoying it, and I didn't want to stop. Maybe I should have spaced it out a bit more over the week. But once I start something, I want to see it to the end. You know what? I'll give you a yap break. Maybe time-lapse this a little bit. It took me about 9 minutes. I don't know if I like this peas in a pod thing. I think I overdid it with the coloring, but from afar, it looks alright. I am going to go back and put some details in the drawings I already did. You know what? I actually enjoyed this little side quest. It was lovely to be outside and being creative. I might try and do this more often. With time, I hope I improve on my drawing skills. I probably should draw every day. I'm thinking of trying drawing tutorials and see if they improve my skills and coloring. If anyone has any tips, please let me know. Also, I'm going to add my drawings to my wall. I'm trying to cover up all of this. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for being here. Bye for now.